So we'll see where this one gets us. Okay. Thanks for the good luck, guys. So I'm gonna commentate based on the crowd that's never seen an Odyssey run before. So I might explain some simple stuff that's kind of redundant. So we kind of lost to Bowser, and that's why we're down here and our cap's destroyed. So this guy's name's Cappy, and he's going to be with us throughout the entire run. So a thing you saw me do there is called a spin pound. It actually just lets me get up to max speed instantly, if you do the inputs right. So this place is called Cap Kingdom. It's kind of like the tutorial area. So there's a nice little boss here that we have to beat, nothing too major. There's one little movement tech that you're gonna see, but it's kind of a big deal. It can really save us in some places. So we do this thing called frog vectoring. It actually just gives us speed boost. Because speed in this game is capped in a certain direction unless you kind of uncap it through vectoring. That's the best way I can explain it. So you're going to see me get various checkpoints throughout the run. I need a total of 40 for an achievement. And we'll get into that when we just get to the end of the run. You'll see what I'm talking about. So this is Hatter. And now this is a reset. Because I don't want that in my video. I need to turn down Discord just a smidge more. Alright. If I can't get a run going by 10:30, I'm probably just gonna go to bed. Happens hockey. Would you reset if you took damage from Hatter? I mean, it's like a 4-second time loss that can easily be avoided within a minute. So I'm gonna commentate this run, kind of interacting with my chat, and I give like my whole spiel about why I think it's a good choice for the next GDQ. So we start off in Cap Kingdom. This little guy called Cappy, he's actually going to be with us for the rest of the game. And he's going to replace our destroyed hat. So we have to skip some cutscenes throughout the run, just because they're long. Your 80% PB is a 128. Well, a good run of Darker Side should finish this by like 127-ish. Alright, so we just kind of abuse rolling, or not abuse rolling, we use rolling, because it's the fastest form of travel in this game. So this is our first capture as a frog. We do this thing called vectoring. Vectoring with a frog is actually really easy. And it just allows us to break the speed cap. Okay. So you're going to see me hit various checkpoints in this run. And the reason I want to hit these checkpoints is because I need a Toadette achievement. But I also need to warp to them. So some are mandatory. That was a little slow. So that was pretty solid Cap Kingdom. I go right side for a few coins, and because I hit the checkpoint. So my coin route for this is probably going to end up with about maybe 100 extra coins. So getting those like first 30 just kind of gives me a little extra leeway. And it's only about 2 seconds slower than doing the other side of Cap. So it's kind of a good trade-off. You get a lot of coins, but you lose like 2 seconds. It's no big deal. So now I have Cascade Kingdom. Again, I'm gonna hit the checkpoint. So we're gonna capture this chain chomp. And you're gonna see me capture a lot of different things throughout the run, but I'm actually gonna be keeping a mental number of how many things that I captured. And that magic number is going to be 35 different captures. Again, that's for a Toadette moon that we get at the end of the run. And I'm actually going to be doing a lot of different goals involving timer challenges, ground pound moons, note moons, 2D moons. This whole route's kind of centered around fulfilling those goals, because they speed it up considerably. It's not the most exciting thing, but like all your hard work pays off, basically. So we're gonna capture this T-Rex, and we're gonna skip all the way up top. We're gonna use this trampoline hidden in the rocks. So we're gonna capture this chain chomp, fling it back as quick as possible. And that's how we're going to beat this boss. Just attack her as quick as possible. And with her little chain chomp. That was pretty good. So you saw me like throw out Cappy and then do a little backflip on it. That actually sets it up so I can hit her as fast as possible. So Cappy will hit her. So I'll jump on the chain chomp, and then Cappy capture them, basically. Or no, my backflip jump stops him from spinning. Cappy hits him, and then I throw Cappy again. And that's kind of the fastest way to do that boss. You might see other people do different camera setups, but I use that one because it works for me. Doesn't really matter at all. Alright, so we only need one moon to leave Cascade, so we're just gonna get the same moon as any percent. And each kingdom route is actually based around returning to the kingdoms post-game while we gather moons. So it's important to note that when we do return to each kingdoms, there's going to be a lot more moons that spawn, and we need to route out our first visit based around what's available the second visit. So it gets kind of tricky because there's so many moons, but right now this is kind of the best route that we got. I think the route's over, I think like 25 minutes faster or something like that than the kind of like the first one that was really made by Spike. So skipping more cutscenes, we're gonna be headed to Sand Kingdom next, and we're not gonna leave on the lowest moon count possible, but it's gonna be pretty close. Most of the kingdoms we try to leave on the exact moon count, but it kind of just works out in some other places where we just have a few extra. So we're gonna get a few moons in this town. I'm gonna hit this bird, and then we're gonna. So this whole like beginning sequence is kind of geared towards hitting that bird and going in the pipe, and then planting a seed. Okay. So I do all of that so I can plant the seed like that and then roll on here. The important thing about planting seeds is they turn into very fast moons, but they're also on a timer. So we plant them first visit, and then they're ready for us to get second visit. So we're gonna sink down here. There's a nice little visual cue. Alright. So we can't do Sphinx Clip in 1.2, which kind of sucks. So we actually have to talk to the Sphinx. And then we just kind of leave. Oh. That's a lot of frankers. Alright, you guys are just in time for Pyramid Clip on 1.2, which has a pretty specific setup. Alright, second try is not bad. How's it going, everyone from ZFG stream?
Hello.
You guys are just in time to watch the best category in Odyssey. And it's actually a fresh run, so you're in for a treat. So this is actually my GDQ submission video. So maybe we'll get world record on this video on top of ZFG's, what was it, 357.48?
Hello.
Also, ZFG, congrats on the new world record. I was lurking in your stream while you were doing your run. So I always know when these are coming. I feel so bad. I'm not more surprised. I like having him on in the background because he's a nice chill guy. That was the save from the middle of Fire Temple, chat. Calm down, it's fine, everything's fine. I'm using Pro Controller. The inputs are a lot easier to do.
Hello.
And more consistent. So, by doing that pyramid clip, we actually did a little sequence break. It actually saves a couple minutes because it gets rid of some cutscenes and sets us up for late game.
Hello.
But thank you all for the follows. I'm sorry I can't get to all of you. I'm trying to keep the commentary up for my run submission.
Hello.
But, I really appreciate everyone coming by, and if anyone wants to hang out for the entire run, just get cozy because it's going to be about 3 hours. If I PB, it'll be 3:19.
Hello.
But so by doing that pyramid clip, we actually did a little sequence break. It actually saves a couple minutes because it gets rid of some cutscenes and sets us up for late game.
Hello.
But thank you all for the follows. I'm sorry I can't get to all of you. I'm trying to keep the commentary up for my run submission. But I really appreciate everyone coming by, and if anyone wants to hang out for the entire run, just get cozy because it's going to be about 3 hours. If I PB, it'll be 3:19.
Hello.
But I'm kind of going for a 3:17. That's kind of like the hot number for this category right now, at least for me. I know my best possible time says 3:13, but that's only because I have a lot of splits.
Hello.
Dude, the follows are popping off. What's up, everyone? Also, thanks for the good lucks. So the requirements for this run, I need 500 moons.
Hello.
And then I have to defeat, I have to go through the entire Darker Side dungeon without dying. So, hello everyone.
Hello.
So this one's actually off to a pretty good start, believe it or not. 11:17 on that boss is pretty good. I could get about 11:08, but it requires a pipe clip, which is kind of like a little monka right now. It's not really consistent. And thanks for the good luck, everyone. Appreciate it. That hello is actually Cell from Dragon Ball FighterZ. And I think it's gonna be going on for a while. So now we're in Night Sand.
Hello.
So we're gonna talk to Jaxie really quick. because we're gonna use him in the later part of the run. Just because he's a speedy boy. So, can we get some bless RNGs for RNG slots? It's never guaranteed if you win the lottery. Hey, we got it! We must be really lucky. This run's blessed. Thanks, guys. Couldn't have done it without you. So now we're gonna do a little up throw to kind of capture that pylon super quick. Yeah, Hyper's in the chat for first try slots. So we're gonna get this checkpoint because we're gonna abuse checkpoint warps later in the run.
Hello.
Again, thank you. Thanks so much for the follows, everyone. Hope you guys enjoy the run. I'm trying to PB, trying to beat my world record of 319, but it's a tough run.
Hello.
He doesn't get dampade anymore, dude. It's because you guys blessed him.
Hello.
Alright, so now we're going to go underneath Sand Kingdom to fight a boss called Nucleotech. But before I fight, I'm going to get a couple more moons. And I'm actually going to hover over some death planes really quick.
Hello.
Just to freak you guys out. No biggie. It's fine. Alright.
Hello.
So guys, get ready for a cool bullet bill trick coming up. It's actually pretty swag, I'm not gonna lie.
Hello.
So if I mess up that trick, I die. And I lose about 20 seconds. I'm gonna grab some coins because I need 1,000 coins for this entire run.
Hello.
Sorry, I don't have PP hop enabled in this channel. So we struck it big. We actually found a chest with a moon in it.
Hello.
And now we're gonna fight the boss. If you thought one scary jump was bad, we're gonna do it again. Because we gotta go fast.
Hello.
This one's a little safer because I can land on that platform. So, it's not really as scary as the first one.
Hello.
So, what you want to do for this boss is kind of make him smash the ice as soon as you can. So you kind of, you make him hit himself. So, this is where chat usually goes.
Hello.
Stop hitting yourself, forehead. Just don't hit yourself.
Hello.
So, the goal is to just get him to kind of hurt his knuckles as fast as possible. It's a pretty easy boss fight. Yes, 500 moons.
Hello.
And then getting the multi-moon on the darker side of the moon. Takes about 3 hours and 20 minutes. So I don't have any good ice blocks right now. All these are kind of far away, which kind of sucks.
Hello.
So I'm gonna have to hope. I have to pray he gives me a good one. Kind of like close over here. All right, he gave me 2 good ones actually. What a nice guy.
Hello.
Again, thank you for the follow. Why don't I have splits? So this run is I have a lot of splits in this run. I think I have over 400 splits because it's actually my they're my notes. So it's kind of a some people like if I can turn off the alert sound if it's getting annoying. I think it's gonna be going for a while, so I'm just gonna mute it until it's done, so you guys don't, so your guys' ears don't get flooded. I got you guys. 3 hours of filler? No, I can't do it. It's good. It's nice when it's only 1 or 2, but when it's like 1,000 of these, it could be a little troubling. So now that I have World Peace and Sand Kingdom, I'm actually set up for post game, so I can just leave. But before I leave, I want to talk to this guy, and he's gonna start a little fetch quest for me. Sif, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. Also, not to sell out in the middle of my my submission, but once we hit 70, I'm gonna be doing a little giveaway for one of these little guys. Any RNG in this game, Oh yeah, slots is actually purely RNG based, Kappa. I actually have someone that makes it for me. It's a little baby. Any major run enders? So you can lose a lot of time to clips in this run, and for me that actually matters. I guess for most other runners they can kind of lose a minute to clips and still be fine. But if I lose like 20 to 30 seconds to a clip, it's actually pretty bad. There's also a lot of times I end up over top of a death plane. Anytime I die, it's about 30 seconds. So if I die more than 2 or 3 times, I can't PB. I think my current PB has 2 deaths. Oops. His hat's white because all colors are created equal. Alright, so that bonk will cost me. Thanks, King Ghostly. Alright, so we're actually just doing any percent like right now. It's kind of sloppy, but it's fine. So it's important to get that checkpoint. So we're actually just going to do a little backflip into a ground pound and hit him on the head. For whatever reason, he doesn't have a hitbox while he's kind of down on the ground like that. Makes sense, right? Good game. So with that, we're done with Lake. But before I leave, I highly recommend Mario Odyssey as a casual game, but also as like the speed game. It's pretty fun. But I only run this category, or I run all unique moons when I have time. But that's like that's about 8 hours, so I don't really have the time. So before I leave, I'm gonna check this little painting right here. And, you know, you might be like, why are you checking it? Don't you just know where it is, since you've done the run so much? I actually have to check each painting before the moon can spawn. So, again, thanks everyone for the follows. I'm sorry, I know the list is blowing up right now. I can't get to all of you, because I'm trying to commentate for the GDQ submission. So, but I appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone who sticks around for the whole run. Alright, so we finished up Lake. We had a little bonk. It cost us a little time, so it's fine. Alright, so now we're off to Woody Kingdom. Now, this might scare you guys a little bit again, but we're gonna go to the spooky woods. So, if you're afraid of the dark, you might want to turn up your brightness. Yeah, we're gonna go in deep woods. Hopefully we don't get lost. If we get lost, we might be in trouble. So, we actually go down here on purpose to collect some moons. Alright, so hopefully I don't get lost. This is basically the equivalent of Lost Woods, except there's no music. Because Sarya's not with us anymore, with Badman. So, we basically memorized the chest order. I skipped those splits because I already know what to do right here. So, I'm going to spook you guys out. So, rip headphone users, because this T-Rex is about to get a little angry. There's a moon in this rock, it's the only reason I grab it. So I kind of lure him into bonking. As you can see, he's kind of little He's a little dazed right there. I actually have to do that before I can capture him. And I do that so I can get this rock moon. And then I break this rock. Ground pound for that moon. So a nice little optimization right there is actually capping him as soon as you spawn the moon. Because the moon takes about a second or two to become active. So we want to use that time to recapture the T-Rex. And then we take him all the way over here to get this one. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to plant this seed. Now, normally we would go up right away. But there's a timer challenge. And I do these because, one, I need moons. But there's also an achievement at the end of the game that requires a certain amount of timer challenges. So we're all done. Oh yeah, Darkwood or ZFG raid. He got the a new world record in 100. All right, threw Cappy the wrong way for some reason. So we're gonna capture this onion boy. I like to call him the Uproot. It's his official name. Don't forget it, chat. So we capture him, and then we're just gonna presume the rest of the route. This is actually the back way up Wooded. So there is a moon clip right here, but it's not really too worth it in this category. The uproot is this little green thing I'm about to get again. We use them to get moons and to ascend quicker. Okay. Now we're actually gonna basically skip everything else and go over here. We're actually skipping a lot of moons right now, but that's okay. So we're gonna do this. 1, 2. Okay, so we got that nut. Alright, I lost speed right there. So it's a little eh. That was okay. Could have been faster. Okay, so here's another cool little trick that if I mess up, I die. Yeah, ZFG nuts for every nut I break. Alright, so I could die here. Hopefully I don't. Alright, got the nut break. Okay. Okay. So now we basically did all of that. You're supposed to take flower paths, but this is speedrun. The insta nut is kind of random. You kind of want to. You need to touch the nut the first frame you're on the ground and start rolling, otherwise you won't get it. So there's a checkpoint right here, but I'm not gonna touch it. Instead, we're just gonna do the boss. Sif, thank you so much for subscribing. Holy crap! I wonder how many alerts that was buried under. Welcome to the Baywatch, baby. Enjoy that happy emote. I mean, my Oreo, isn't that a good thing? That means you're a sensitive guy. And you have feelings. Can we get some love emotes from my Oreo? Alright, so now we're done with Wooded. We're not in the world peace state yet. However, we're gonna leave early because this route actually does a nice little unique trick where we kind of mix up some post-game moons and world peace moons. So if you guys stick around long enough, you'll see the little route that plays a part in not actually just doing world peace right now. And that's the reason I can't submit this as a world peace run, because I don't actually get world peace until about 2 hours in. And what defines world peace is getting the final multi-moon in each kingdom, which I never actually get. I use the official Pro controller. Alright, that was pretty good wooded. I didn't make any mistakes there, other than losing some speed. No problem, Oreo. I got you, fam. Alright, so now the game wants us to go to Metro Kingdom, but we're actually going to take a quick pit stop for a little boss fight. So yeah, as Minyesh said, it's the only kingdom that we don't get world peace in. Alright, so here we have our nice little cloud kingdom. We have Ascended chat. Angel thumps. Okay. So I want to grab these hats as fast as possible, and I'm also making Bowser jump as few platforms as possible. You don't have to take damage there. You can actually just do a backflip, but I like using damage boost strats. Oh, it's a dead raid! Miyabi, thanks so much for the raid. Alright, so we got all three of this, so that's good. We didn't lose any time. Fight the raid, chat. Fight the raid. Don't let him win. If you let him win, I'm not going to forgive you guys, and I'm going to be sad. Alright, so we didn't lose any time in Cloud, so that's a plus. It's a small raid. Thank you so much, Miyabi, for the small raid. Alright, so now we're in Lost, where everything's a death zone. So we call that the meme tree, because basically everyone has trouble with it, and it kills all your runs. But it didn't kill this one. Feels good, man. So we're gonna go all the way up top here, because we want to hit a checkpoint, and I'll show you why in just a second. It's actually important to hit all the needed checkpoints. So anything I go out of my way for, I probably need it. So get that butterfly. Skirt. Ground pound to that moon, or spin pound actually. Spin pounding is pretty important in this game because it allows you to kind of descend faster. So we you know, get this moon. Oh no, Chad, I'm gonna die. Alright, run's dead, guys. GG's. It's over. I died. Nah, just kidding. It spits me out up here because I grabbed that checkpoint. Feels good, man. Get you baited. Run's actually alive and we didn't lose any time. So that was a little strat called Death Warping. Death Warping is actually 2 seconds faster than regular warping, provided we can actually warp to the right checkpoint upon death. So we use it in a few places. So we're gonna get this tree. If I mess this up, I die. So in a bit. Alright, I saved it. Alright, so we want to break this tree open. And then kind of do some stuff while we get Cappy back. Alright, so if I mess this up, I die. Alright, I didn't die. If I mess this up, I die. Alright, I didn't die. Alright, so we made it out of they're basically Reset Kingdom. If you mess up any of these tricks, it's about 20 seconds. Now, this is a trick I don't usually go for, but since all of you guys are here, I'm gonna flex for you guys. I'm gonna flex for you guys, just because ZFG rated. I don't usually do this in my PB attempts. Took a few tries, but we did it. I'll actually be doing that in the GDQ run. So if I mess up that trick, I lose about 30 seconds. So it's a little tricky to do. If you don't do the inputs just right, you're basically dead. You either recapture the glide on too fast and have to redo your setup, or you die. So, and dying is not preferred, obviously. So it's gonna look like I'm behind a lot, but I got an extra moon. So no, it actually saves 5 seconds if you do it first try. It might, no wait, I think it's 8 seconds if you cut out the slowest moon. It's about 8 seconds. The strat's intended for the most advanced route. So. Okay, so now we're in Dark Metro. Again, hit the checkpoint. We're going over top of the town. Okay. Again, thank you everyone for the follows. I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the run. So we're gonna grab this checkpoint. Easy peasy. I almost didn't make that. Or not, it just doesn't matter. Don't die, dude. That's really dumb. Alright, I lost about 20 seconds there. But I can still PB. Also, yeah, I keep my splits blank because basically at world record level, it's pretty stressful. So it's unfortunate that we fell in the city. That's probably about 25 seconds, I think. I'll find out in a little bit. So here we have the Metro City Mecha Wiggler. He's mostly, yes, I do have world record for this category. I can't make too many mistakes or I can't PB. But I wasted about 5 to 10 seconds getting that Wiggler key. Maybe even more than that, probably like closer to 10 to 15. And on top of that fall, it kind of sucks, but it's fine. We can still PB by about a minute. At least. So, as long as I don't get trolled by his hitboxes, this should be a pretty easy fight. Alright, we didn't get trolled, which is good. So, if I were to tab over to my actual splits, it would say that I'm kind of behind a lot right now. But that's only because I have an extra moon that I shouldn't have. So there's no reason to look at my splits. So I'm gonna lose about... Let's see how much I lose here. So I should be splitting at 211. And I split at 231. So I lost 20 seconds, which actually isn't that bad. I thought I lost about 30, to be honest. But all right, Elvin. Thanks for the good luck, man. Appreciate it. Have a good nap. All right, so now we're in daytime metro. We're not in world peace yet, so we have to go around and gather a band. So we're gonna set up a little cap throw right there, and we're gonna do a little thing we did with the glide-on, except with a pylon, and it's a lot easier. So I'm do a little motion throw right there. So a good time for this, a good visual cue to know how like good you did on that segment right there, is you want to beat the taxi. And I did, so it's we did a good chat. We did it good. We're gonna capture this. Capture this. And we're gonna start gathering our band. Sorry, he made a new friend, but we bailed. Alright, so that's a Yao, man. Alright, now we're gonna get OTEP. Again, you're gonna see me spin pound. Just because I want to get to max speed ASAP. So capture this pylon. Go to the flag. I want to hit that checkpoint. I need it later. OTEP. Yay. You can spam roll. You can spam roll. But it's fun. Alright, so now we're gonna plant another seed. We're setting ourselves up for a boost game by planting these seeds. So can we get a Kobe? No Kobe. That Kobe actually loses 5. So. Using pay to win in Trihex's stream to have a 24/7 advertisement for my own stream by naming the starter after me. How selfish. Actually, that's a try-Q. That's a try-Q. So welcome everyone from Trihex's stream. This is not Pokemon. If it were, that'd be a pretty weird Pokemon game. But we're actually doing my Odyssey GDQ submission video. And it just so happens I had not only the legendary ZFG raid, but the legendary Trihex raid as well. So I kind of have to PB this run. So I'm using all the hard tricks for this run. And I also have like my follower alerts turned off because it was popping off after ZFG. So I'm sorry if you don't hear the alerts. But I hope the Pokemon playthrough is going well. I was actually lurking in your stream, Trihex. Now I have to find another person. I had ZFG and Trihex open, had to close ZFG, now I have to close Trihex. Oh, hockey. I like to lurk in streams when I do runs. So this is the sewers. Really fast sewers movement, looks really clean and nice. So, yeah. Clean and nice. Feels good, man. Oh, didn't get it. You can actually roll twice and do that. So that's a big oof, chat. I probably won't go for that in the run. It's not really RTA safe. So I normally just jump there, but it saves about 1.5 seconds to get 2 rolls off. Unfortunately, I didn't get both of them off. So I lost about 24 seconds. So I'm about 40 seconds behind PB right now. I could probably squeeze out a low 319 from this run still. Maybe 318. So we're fine. But dude, thank you again, trihex. it's been a weird night. I just decided to do a GDQ submission vid, so I could focus on PBing later on. But now I definitely have to use this vid. Can I just borrow their moons? I wish. All right, so now we're starting the festival. You guys are just in time for the festival. We get some sour please in the chat. I know you guys are here. There's a lot of you this time. My chat better be flooded. Alright, so we're gonna pick up a few extra coins in here. I don't really need them, but I might as well because they don't take time to get. Ah, thanks for the 8 bits, Cole. Appreciate it. Alright, so if you have perfect movement in the festival, you can actually do it damageless. So I haven't messed up yet. Neko TJ, thanks for the follow. Yeah, you're gonna get to hear the whole song, sure. Maybe. Alright, so I think I'm good. Yeah, we're fine. Go slowly so you can hear the whole song. I'll think about it. Well, you can just hear it when I get to darker side. It's fine. I gotta give you guys a reason to stay, so I'll make you wait for the full song. That's called stream content. So we didn't have perfect movement, but we did have pretty good. It was pretty good. I almost made the cycle. Alright, so I want to move my camera upwards like this, and then jump, so I can grab that moon faster. Because for whatever reason, if things aren't on the screen in this game, they don't exist. So I'll be using camera manip to gather moons faster. So we're on pretty good pace so far. Cole, thanks for the follow. Skullkid, thanks for the follow. And everyone who followed from ZFG stream, I appreciate it. And if you guys are still here, you guys are awesome. Alright, so before we leave, we're actually going to talk to this tourist right here. And what for those who are here from the very start, you saw me talk to him in sand, but now he actually gives us moons. And the reason I talked to him here instead of later in the game is he's actually a fetch quest I have to do in order, much like the Bigoron sword in OOT. You kind of have to do things in sequence, you know, without sequence breaking or anything like that. So I talked to him there, so he moves on to his next kingdom, and he's so happy that, you know, we kind of helped him out on his journey that he's going to reward us with moons. So he's a real pal. So, yeah, I know, right? No skips here. Alright. Everyone, thanks for the follows. Appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to sequence break right here. So we're off to Snow Kingdom next. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to go into Shiveria right away. Because there's no moons out here for us that are really worth our time. Alright, if I bonked, that would have been bad. I need this checkpoint. I don't really have a choice. I actually need it. Sucks. Actually doing Snow Kingdom? Totally. Alright, so before I do anything, I want to check this art. Because it's right there. And I spin pound to it because it's the fastest method. Obviously. Alright, boom. So we're gonna go up on this bridge. Open up the chest. Easy peasy. We're not doing snow clip just yet. We're actually going to get a quick sub room out of the way. Alright. Blind snow spin pound. Got it. Easy clap in the chat. Yeah, we had two pretty girthy raids from ZFG and trihex. So we do this room as opposed to any other room because this is actually the slowest room by a long shot. Just because to get the third moon, you actually need all of the Goombas, and there's just so many cutscenes to spawn moons. And you'll see why we save all the other rooms for last. Two of the rooms actually get really broken. Alright, so now we have Snow Clip coming up. Basically on world record pace runs, this could destroy a lot of like the time you have. So it's kind of like Monka. So we'll see how fast I can get it. I'm usually pretty good at it. Alright, fourth try, that's really good. Alright guys, there's a lot of you, and my message might get lost. So I'm gonna ask for your help. So that's a big sequence break for us. That saves about 6 minutes for the speedrun. So we're gonna talk to this guy. He doesn't think he can win the race, so he came up here because he's scared. Luckily, Mario has performance-enhancing substances known as Cappy, guaranteed to increase his speed by 5,000%. So we're just gonna possess him and win the race. Luckily, they don't do any testing here, so we're good. So I like to have my chat guess what time I'm gonna get for this race, and if you get it on the dot, I'll gift you a sub to the channel. Now, I'm going to need your help to keep track of these guesses, chat, because there's going to be a lot of you this time. But it's going to be at least 55 seconds. No, it's going to be at least 52 seconds. So the quickest time you can actually get without cheating the race. Cheating the race means you lose, by the way, so it's not viable in speedruns. You can get I think you can get a 49, but if you mess up, you lose like 10 seconds, so it's not really worth it. Again, thanks everyone for the follow. Sorry I'm kind of like super in the zone right now. Alright, that lap was a little slow. Alright, 52.73 chat. That's actually a pretty good race. I think I don't know if I'm the fastest bound bowl racer for Darker Side, but I do have world record. So maybe it is true what they say. I'm a fast boy after all. Oh man, shit, we got a lot of 52.73s. Pog, dude. How do you guys do it? You guys are legends. Nobody got 52.73? Come on, you guys get Stampe all the time. It's not any different. It's like you have 1 second to guess. No one could get it. Unfortunately, you have to get it right to win the sub, so better luck next time. So now we're going to go down here rather than leave because we can't. Don't have enough moons. So we're going to get these two quick ones. So the strats I use for Bound Bowl are 52 4 strats, and they're pretty consistent. So they're really viable for speedruns. And now we're done with snow. What is Darker Side? Darker Side is getting 500 moons and then completing the Darker Side dungeon. Found me through the SMO run at GDQ. Oh yeah, you guys might remember me as that really cringy guy at GDQ. That was actually my role, so I was cringe lord on purpose. My actual commentary is a little better. Yeah, Smile, I got 2 big hosts from ZFG and trihex. So we're gonna pog this run. We're gonna get a 1-second PB. So now that we made it to Seaside, we're gonna plant another seed. Yeah, good floor RNG, guys. Completely random. So we're doing a nice little trickle to line myself up. Ah, that's bad. Alright, it's about 5 or 6 seconds going. We didn't get the Kobe. Unfortunate. So I dropped that Gushin in a certain spot so he doesn't despawn when I get this moon. And I'm pretty sure we're good. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. I think he's going. Yeah, he's going. Sucks. So that loses about 4 or 5 seconds. He was too close to the moon, so he despawns. They actually grow into moons, so I plant them so they... In the time I'm completing the rest of the game, they actually just turn into moons. And they're like super quick, they're like 3 seconds. So even though I miss it, it's still a really fast moon. This run's just a little sloppy. So we're gonna get this moon the intended way, because it's actually faster for this route. And we're gonna keep this Gushin alive throughout the rest of the kingdom. And each time we get a moon with him, his water actually refills, allowing us to just carry him further and just use him to climb everywhere. So if I take him too close to Captain Toad, he actually gets scared, and I have to move him away. But if I take too long getting a moon or anything like that, the Gushin will actually despawn. My current world record has a few deaths in it, so it's pretty, I don't know, I'm still grinding it out for that smooth run, but it's just so long and hard. So it's a tough run. Am I doing target acquired in Bowser's? Maybe. Alright, so again, I'm keeping the Gushin alive. I also hit the button, right? I should have hit the button, that's fine. So, still keeping the Gushin. If you lose the Gushin at any point, I believe it's at least a 25-second time loss. So if I were to lose the Gushin with all the mistakes that happened so far, I would just reset. If I wasn't doing a no reset run. So we're gonna do a little blind moon get right here. How does he do it? Well, Chad, I've only done that several hundred times. So pretty quick moon get, super easy. Normally you just want to like clear it out and have a safe path, but I just do a little spray and we're good. Again, I'm using spin pounds wherever possible because they're about half a second faster than doing ground pounds. So each time I do a spin pound, I save half a second over a ground pound. So here we have Lancewear, King Mollusk III, Lord of Bobolane. So he's pretty scripted, if we're being completely honest. You just do the same movements every time, and you're guaranteed to get the same cycles. So he's pretty easy. So you want to stop. It doesn't matter where you stop. You want to go around the left of that Gushin. And then he's going to keep... The game is going to want to rotate your camera towards him. So I'm just kind of nudging my right control stick to keep my camera where I want it to be. And then I turn it when I get close to the hot springs. And then we go up. We stop him early. He does 2 little fidgets. Now he's going to clip through the hot springs. And that's early cycle. So early cycle saves about 10 seconds if you do it right. How's it going, Mr. Streamer Jr.? So that was pretty good. Aside from me missing the Gushin, this was a pretty good Seaside. And we had a death in Metro. Cost me about 20 seconds. What else went wrong? I missed that Gushin. I think that was it. Thanks, Terronic. I'll try. And I lost about 10 to... Oh, I messed up tower climb as well. Spliced run. How'd you know? Alright, so... All of this is new tech to you. Well, you're in for a treat, Piggoon. I do all the hard strats, so... Alright. I don't say 59:16. So if I cut out the 25 seconds from... If I cut out the 25 seconds from getting the Glide on Moon, it's a 58:50-ish. So in retrospect, that's pretty bad, but I can still PB by, I believe, a minute 20. Oh, Odyssey runs are great. This run's definitely overall the movement in it, I think, is easier than any %. But the run is just like 3 times as long, so you have to play 3 times as long without making mistakes. And there's still hard tricks in this run. Like I don't slow down any tech just because it's darker side. Like if I see an any % strat and I think I can do it, I'll do it in this run. Like these quick boss kills, they're pretty easy to do, so. So that's actually the second time we've seen that boss. Fight's completely the same, except the arena is a rectangle. I actually golded that split. Probably golded it by probably 1/10 of a second. You do boss rush on dark side, but we don't go to dark side in this run. Alright, so I'm gonna grab this checkpoint because I need it. Roll once. 1, 2, 3. Alright, that wasn't the best RNG pans. But we're fine. It's alright, Geek Bozu. I stream this every day. So I stream at the same time every day, which is usually around 6 p.m. Central Time. So if you ever want to watch a full run, I do one a day. Unless it's the weekend, I might do 2 or 3 on weekends. So I don't need to get that checkpoint, but I get it just in case I miss one later in the run. So now we're gonna do this potable room. We used to do this in any percent, but it's too slow. But luckily it's faster enough for Darker Side. So you just barely make those jumps. Again, these short hops are all motion controls. That was a pretty good room, didn't mess up. So now we're gonna go Twitch Meet. Everyone knows what Twitch Meet is, if you've seen an Odyssey run. We're just gonna get this moon back here, because it's really the only good time to get it. Again, I'm gonna grab this checkpoint. I'm actually gonna use that checkpoint right after I get this moon. So, easy peasy. 2 p.m. Yo, who's in Australia right now watching this run? Can we get some tryhard 7s for Australian viewers? East Coast? I used to be East Coast. Alright, so now that we did that, we're gonna warp all the way back up here with the checkpoint I just got. And the reason we do this is because we actually have to go to the boss. So to make the best use of our time, we want to spin pound, vector for some speed, not die. And the reason we go this way is so we can look at this. And that's going to open up a moon later on. And then we can kind of progress. Alright, so we want to do 3 quick ones, then a big hop. If we just hold towards the wall, we actually just clip onto that ledge and get this moon faster. And then we kind of just blind jump. I don't need to turn the camera at all because I know where the platform is, so I just do it blind. Okay. So now we're gonna see a nifty little trick. Pangea Girl and Spartan, thanks for the follows, appreciate it. So spin pound because it's faster. Gonna turn the camera, stand in a certain spot, and now we're gonna. So in this game, you can actually smack the fireball to make it go faster, and it's faster than capturing this guy. So if I messed up that little cap return hop at the very start, I don't need to capture him for the achievement. We get the big chain chomp and cascade. All right, so this is Cockatiel. This boss has relatively good design, but again, it has bad hitboxes, so we kind of have to just deal with it. So we hit him like that to speed up the cycles. I do a little jump, so I'm up top earlier. And then if you kind of like sway around the right side and then come in, you actually don't get hit by the invisible fruit hitbox. I just take my time setting this up because if I miss it, it's a bad time. And then you want to go really far back. As soon as you see that shadow, you want to keep jumping. And you should get a 4 or 5 hop. The quickest you can get is a 4 hop, but I got a quick 5 on that one just because I touched the platform sooner. How's it going, Mr. Twitch Streamer 5? Sorry if I like missed some haze here and there, guys. Chat's a lot more active than usual, but if I miss it, you can just say hey again, and I'll look over, and I should see it. Yeah, I agree. The third phase is kind of lame. On the bright side, chat, we had a flawless luncheon. I think we lost about maybe a second and a half to gold on luncheon, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. We take those. Luncheon can be pretty tricky. Welcome back, Cookie. Am I going to improve my Pringle game PB? Yes. I wanna get top 10 in Pringles. But I only did one run of it. Heard the time I got for the first try is actually really good. What's up, Audium? The run's going good. I had a couple mishaps early on, but we've been playing pretty good. Alright, so here comes another run-killing trick. I know, they're everywhere. But, the fastest strats, basically for any route, involve a lot of, like, high-risk, low-reward kind of deal. So the strat I'm going to do saves about 5 or 6 seconds, but if I mess it up, I die. I think I messed it up. Yeah, I messed it up. I saw my mistake before I died. So no time save. A good grind tonight? It's kind of like the second run, but I made some stupid mistakes early on. So here we have Deathwing. So a thing you don't get to see with 1.0 runners, I'll show you after I hit them the first time. Whoops. Is they don't mess it up, for starters. Kappa. There's actually, on 1.2, there's a little toad here that gives us 200 coins, and we just kind of like, he gives us something to do, basically. So there's the true perks of playing on 1.2, you get to mess with the stamp. I think it was the new Dark Souls Spyro HD remastered 4K. Whoops, it's fine. I call him Deathwing. That's a little WoW joke. Or you can call him Zekrom as a Pokemon joke. How's it going, Synthaquill? Dark Souls on Switch. Never ever. Isn't it already on Switch? Alright, that was, It wasn't really a good, a good lost, or a good ruined? Yeah, ruined. Because I missed the hard jump, but I didn't die. If I would have died, I would have lost 25 seconds. I think I only lost 6 or 7 to gold. So let's see where we're at right now. So we're a minute behind But I have an extra moon, so I'm only about 40 seconds behind PB right now. Yeah, I lost about 9 seconds to not getting the trick. I delayed my my dive a little too much, and I didn't get it. October, that's not summer. Alright, so I know my splits say Goomba stack, but we actually don't get that anymore. So, we do a lot of fancy cap returns, and this is one of them. So we jump down here to get this moon, and then we come back up here. Okay, that was good. Also, a reminder, guys, as you can see, my bot just kind of sold myself out. You can join my Discord or follow me on Twitter, and I do post when I go live. Unless I'm running behind, I'll just give a quick shout out on the Discord. So feel free to join in and say hi. If you ask any questions in it, I'm usually pretty active and quick about getting back to you guys. Alright, so after the first story moon, we gotta get some shards. And we actually pick up a few extra moons, because most of these islands aren't worth coming back to when we do our revisits. So we need to get as many as possible. Alright, that was pretty good. That wasn't good. So we go around here. I've actually bonked off the top of that before and died. So you kind of have to take your time there. Make sure you don't die. That's pretty good. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take my time here because this is another part of the run where I go over a death zone. And if I mess it up, I die. And I think I lose 38 seconds here if I die. So definitely a run killer if you're going for top times. I also turn my camera here because despite this being a really weird angle, I do a spin pound and it just puts me right here. I have a pretty consistent setup for it. Normally you would just long jump, but that takes too long. So I'm going to grab this checkpoint before I fight them. And now Harriet has 2 bombs. Again, I want to make her throw them as quick as possible, and then get coins on top of that. So we know this from any percent. It's a pretty standard fight. You get in certain spots, dive away. Alright, that was a good fight. If you mess up that fight at all, you're losing at least 8 seconds. And now we have to do this topper fight. Twice as many hats, twice the fun, right? That's how that works. So he has a few more hats this time. Otherwise, it's the same fight. I jumped too early. Alright, I didn't lose him. He's gonna lose about 4. Would have lost 6. But I somehow managed to get a heart. So So I don't have to worry about that time loss. But that was pretty sloppy. I jumped just like half a second too early. Alright, I only lost 3 seconds to gold, so that's not bad. Yeah, we had a... That was probably a super lucky recovery. I actually didn't lose him, so I kept my eye on him the whole time. No, no lead. I had to mute it. People were getting annoyed by it because there was a lot. Alright, so we do a triple off that railing to get up here faster. We could go around the side, but I think it looks cooler doing it off the railing, so I do it that way. So I can't do anything with the camera right here, but I set myself up for a triple. And we're actually gonna... We're not gonna go up just quite yet. We wanna... dang it, that'll cost me. So we wanna talk to Toad first. Yeah, gun lap. It was ZFG and trihex. It's crazy. 200? Dang, dude. I guess it kind of helps that I'm doing additional commentary, because this is the GDQ submission. It's still a pretty... I mean, this is a pretty decent run overall. I mean, there's some obvious mistakes here and there, but I can easily practice them. I mean, if I get this in, I'll be running this every day, so... Alright, I messed that up a little bit. That is a lot of hellos. Flash, thanks for the follow. And my Oreo. Alright. So, we actually had good spiny placement. Sort of. I had to jump a little early for that. But they were pretty far away. So now we're going to go on to Bowser's face. Time for target acquired. Alright, now we do the mech. Alright, I messed that up a little bit, but we didn't fall. I was just a hair too early. But it's fine. It's only a few seconds. I was too far to the, Uh-oh, I'm gonna fall. Alright, that was pretty bad. I lost a lot of time on him, even though I didn't fall. Yeah, I knew I was too low, so I aimed for a spot where I would bonk and land on him. It's kind of a consistent backup, in a way. It's just not ideal. I fell too much. So I think PB is still possible, maybe by about 20 seconds. It actually was intentional hockey. Alright, that was about an 18-second time loss. That's pretty bad. This run isn't the best. But, I do have work in the morning, so I'm going to keep it going. I don't know if I can use this as the submission vid. If I PB at all this week, I have to use a different video. you can bonk to back up, pretty much. So that was, most of the stuff in that Bowser's Kingdom was pretty good. The boss fights were terrible though. I think overall we're on pretty bad pace for being still an early game. Good pace right now would be about 2 minutes faster. Let's see where we're at. We're a minute behind. I don't know if I have that much time saved left. I can think of a full minute of time save I have left, but I can't mess up anywhere else, so I don't think PB is possible. I don't know what target acquired is. Alright, so now we're gonna do a little vector triple here, because most of the moons in the Moon Kingdom are pretty slow. That was a really bad vector. I actually lost it. So there goes that time save. I also lost speed here, so there goes that time save. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna PB. Alright, so we're gonna do a little rocket flower manip right here. Get Cappy to come back to us. So now we have 2 rocket flowers. So now we don't have to go out of our way to get that one over there. Now we do moon skip. Super easy, super obvious. That was pretty good. Where we at? Minute 2 behind. Well, I guess we're about 40 seconds behind. I guess we're a little better off than I think I am right now. Because I do have an extra moon. So we go in from the top, so we can get that moon. Yeah, I know. And now we fight Bowser again. And this is basically the end of the early game. So again, it's the same fight, except there's just more fire and we have to wait around. We don't want to get too close to his starting spot, otherwise he'll kind of do U-turns, and we don't want that. So I want to touch it as soon as I can. I messed up. Stupid time wasting. Stupid time loss. Hit him one more time and we're done. This is a pretty bad early game. I think under most circumstances I would have reset by now. But this is gotta get used to the no reset runs. Getting a 319 isn't easy. Like, it's only a couple mistakes. But that was before I changed up the strats. But I'm pretty sure I can push it down to a 317 before GDQ rolls around. It's only a matter of time before I get the run. Jordan K60, thanks for the follow. Alright, don't do this. Come on. So, this is about a 129 early game, so 128.35 with that Glidon moon, like roughly. So that's about almost a minute off of where I want it to be. My ideal time without the Glidon key mood, or not the Glidon, well yeah, I used the Glidon to get it. It's about a 127.20. Where I want it to be. I didn't get early killer. I must have missed one. Alright, so this is where 80% ends and where the fun begins. Exactly, we're playing as Cappy the entire time. So I messed up the boss fight. Lame. Alright, 128.56. That translates to about a 128.28. So, yeah, I'm about a minute off of where I want to be. $128 where 80% ends. I know it's 127. 127's the good runs. This run was super sloppy and just had silly deaths and mistakes, but they happened in no resets. So I think my best run was my 320.08 run. I was on 317 pace, but I died 4 times at the end of the run. I know I got an extra moon. I already took into account for that. Thanks for the follow, Jax, Michael, Jordan, and everyone else that followed that I didn't get to. I'm sorry, guys. Usually I'm a lot better at it, keeping track of everyone who's following. Alright, so this is where post-game begins. So we're going to get another seed. So we want to keep my momentum. Alright, made one of them. We're going to save that bunny for later, because it's faster to pick him up later. We're not going to get the scooter, because the scooter takes too long. We're going to try to lure that Goomba over to us. We don't need a spin pound here. We can just dive, because we need Cappy back. Alright, we actually had a good Goomba. It's RNG on which direction he walks, so it's actually good that we got that. Alright, look at me, Toad. That was a slow Toad. Alright, this is where we could lose a lot of time if I mess up. Almost messed up. Normally you're supposed to drain the moat and stack the Goombas up, but we store his momentum off a slope with that spin jump, and we can cross on over. There's our boy Yoshi. We don't really need him. So we only come in here to check this, and then leave. Pretty quick check. I don't need that checkpoint, so no one panic. We're gonna get this moon. Alright, so I got the time save in compared to this PB. So which was about 18 seconds. So we're gonna talk to this toad, and since I can read Japanese, I know which song to select. It's the one that says 8-bit in English. So it makes it pretty easy. Anyone can do it. And now we're done in Mushroom Kingdom for now. We'll come back a couple times. Oh, pause too early. So now we're back in Snow Kingdom. And we're going to use these paintings to actually avoid going into the Odyssey. Because loading up the Odyssey takes forever. So for those who aren't familiar with this run, we're actually gonna do about a 300 moon dump. So hills in this game are weird. I actually had to hold left when I rolled up that hill. Kind of sucks, but you get used to it. Did I beat the game? Yeah, hi Jack. We're in post game now. Reading Japanese actually improves your time by 3 years. So yeah, it's required. Alright, now we're going to break open the moon rock. Fix it. Welcome back, Shocks. Alright, so now that we've busted open our first moon rock, more moons spawn everywhere. So we're just going to pick up the fastest ones. Again, I have to hold left when I roll. Really weird. Now I angle my camera like this because I'm about to go Keiko and a fishing, boys. We actually want to go over here, scare that guy off, and this should guarantee that he doesn't swim off. Alright, so this is RNG. This is actually RNG. We got first bite. You usually don't get first bites on really good pace. He can bite anywhere between 1 and 8 times in my personal experience. So it can be pretty bad. But first try's really good. Each bite adds about 3 seconds. So now we're going to use this Snow Cheep Cheep. Again, another capture that we use that gets added to our total. We're going to get some moons. We're going to touch this P-switch. It's going to give us a timer challenge to do. Alright, I like this movement. Kind of glide atop the water. Hit that guy. So I really like that movement. Looks pretty slick when you get it. Alright, now we're going to go down into Shiveria. Yes, we get 31 Toadette moons, I believe. So we're actually fulfilling requirements along the entire run. Alright, so now we're going to talk to Peach. So, there's a lot of things that can happen in Snow Kingdom that can eat up your time. But as long as everything goes smoothly, we'll be fine. Just don't mess up forehead. Alright. Like, where those spinies walk is completely random, and it's actually really annoying. Like right now, okay, they're walking away from the middle, which is good. That's what we want. So those were good spinies in this room. Donzig, thanks for the follow, and Masta, thanks for the follow. Alright, that was a really good room. Alright, so what I want to do here is I want to get quick entries into this pipe. So I do that by jumping and buffering a spin pound, and that saves about a second and a half. So now that we did a sequence break, this room actually is a little weird. Normally there's a boss in here, right? For any of you who played the game. But since we did Boundable early, he's actually just gone. And the moon is right there. Because we haven't got it yet. So we actually don't have to do the boss fight. How's it going, VCJ? So that was a pretty good room as well. So we actually skip an entire boss fight and save about a minute. Just by not having to do the boss. Again, we want those quick pipe entries to save time. I long jump here because the angles are kind of weird. So we do spin pound, long jump over the water, do another long jump to the moon. Alright, so there's a lot of different ways you can do this room. My gold does this. It might not be the fastest, but I haven't been able to watch any other strats as of now, so for me, it's the quickest thing I can do. Alright, that was pretty good. Alright, so I want a long jump to this pipe. Oh, I didn't get this. I didn't get the slurp. That's a time loss. Alright, so we want to hug the left wall here. Because if we stay in the middle, we actually lose a few seconds. Because Mario's kneecaps kind of buckle in and we can't move. There's a little hidden Cappy guy here. So he's just chilling in there. So we talk to him, he gives us a moon. He's just playing hat and seek. And then this room, we kind of do... Oh, that was a... Mario dove the wrong way because of the camera. Yeah, that was... Those are bad boxes. So now we're going to warp here. Now, there is a different route that you can do in snow that saves about 10 seconds if you get it first try. But I haven't been able to practice it because of work. It's pretty precise. So I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to lose 10 seconds over the optimal route, but this is a lot safer. Yes, we do have Luigi visible, so this is a 1.2 run. So we just go over here. And easy peasy. Alright, so snow went pretty well, aside from the final boxes. So again, I'm going to skip out on this checkpoint because I don't need it. You'll lose about half a second if you go for it. So we're going to vector over here. Capture T-Rex. There's a little block next to me. There's no moon there right now. But when I break open the moon rock, there's going to be a moon in there. So we're going to use the T-Rex. Do the T-Rex skip again. But this time, we use it to get up to the moon rock faster. The optimal thing is Cooler Minyesh, but I haven't got to practice it yet, and I don't want to mess it up for about a minute or two. So now we're gonna go down cascade and then back up and then back down again. The cascade route is really weird. What did happen? Alright, so I'm gonna get man-person, thanks for the follow. So we're gonna capture this guy to increase our capture count by 1. That's the only reason. Without him, I won't have 35. Yeah, I need 500 moons. I need 35 captures total to get a Toadette moon. So we're gonna do a triple jump here. So hopefully I don't die here. I do a blind dive there. If I go too far, I die. But I like to skip most of those clouds. Alright. So that was... I made one little mistake there. Inside the 2D section. That was pretty decent. Alright, so I wasn't close enough. So coming up is probably the worst hitbox in the game. If you don't do this just right, you actually don't break the rock. So I have a pretty good setup for this. So we'll see if it works. Alright, we got it first try, we're good. Each time you fail it, you lose 6 seconds. Falling off would have been very bad. So we do a triple jump here. I almost missed that. Alright, that movement was pretty good. Alright, I need to touch the ground here. Otherwise I'll bonk on the rock. I wasn't high enough. Normally you can just dive there. Alright, vector here. One roll. Go over the T-Rex, get the moon. Capture the T-Rex the same time we get the moon. Not wasting a single frame. Using the T-Rex to break that rock. So if you're running 1.0 and did first moon skip, touching that moon would actually crash your game. So I turned the T-Rex around there, so his head isn't in the way. So I can do this movement without messing up. You can just get in this and pop one out. That's actually the fastest way. Surprisingly, I didn't think that would be the best way to do that movement, but it kind of just, it travels so fast. Again, making use of spin pounds. Just grabbing some free moons here and there. Again, that was the tourist guy that we saw in Metro 1. So now we're going to buy another moon. 777 coins, chat. Poggers. Route change in this category? I personally have only made a few minor changes. Most of the major changes were made by Kerbis and Neo and Spike. And Agron contributed, I think, 1 moon as well. I usually just do runs. Like, if there were better ways to route a moon because we had extra in the kingdom early game, I think I rerouted Metro a little bit to make it more efficient, but that was about it. Alright, so we're done in Cascade, and that was a pretty good Cascade, to be honest. So now we're going to go to Bowser's Kingdom. So again, I'm going to be over a lot of death zones, so there's a good chance, there's high potential to die. So again, skipping the checkpoint because I don't need it. So I already know which flag to warp to, so I just kind of select it. I also grabbed certain checkpoints in this kingdom based on map menuing. If you get a couple of the checkpoints on the climb up, it actually makes menuing very difficult. You actually lose a few seconds. So before I get moons, we need to check this. That's going to be in Sand Kingdom, for those who don't know. I went a little too far, but that's fine. Alright, so we're going to go up and around to get that other moon while avoiding these guys. Alright, now we're going to go up top. So here's a spot where if I mess up, I die, and it kind of sucks. So if I messed up that jump, I would have died or landed on spikes. But every time I've like done that jump in practice and messed up, I've died. So I don't have a good life ratio for that moon. So we go that way first, so we get up here. You can actually jump on some poles and off the top of this, but it's actually slower to do that. So we're going to use a setup for this bunny, which is right on that dark line. And then we're going to down throw Cappy, and then just dive into him. It's pretty consistent. And we line up the camera so we can kind of spin pound and see where we're going. We're going to use this slingshot because it's a little faster than just traveling. Grab this checkpoint because it's free. Get that ground pound moon. It actually makes a little triangle with the birds, so it's really easy to see. Alright, I lost about a second with that triple jump. Alright, this is another really cool room. So, this room has a hidden moon in it. You're supposed to get all the Jesus statues and kind of touch all the P-switches, and it unlocks a hidden moon. However, we can do a triple jump, get up here, and then just barely make it without having to go through everything. And we're done here. So we're warping to checkpoints I got earlier. Every checkpoint I've grabbed up until this point has had a purpose. outside of the 48 minimum for the run. So I'm gonna touch these notes. Hopefully we get a good cap row. I kind of just YOLO it. Don't have a good setup yet. And now what I need to do, how's it going static? I need to turn the camera like so, do a blind long jump over basically death. If I were to go for that jump too early, I would bonk and die and lose 30 seconds. Okay, that was pretty good. Now we're gonna warp the shop. So, menuing this game is kind of weird. If you leave your cursor near where it's supposed to be, it'll actually just home in on the, I guess, the closest thing you were at, if there's anything there. So I stop my cursor in certain places, just so I can take advantage of that. So again, we're going to grab another shot moon. It's a pretty fast one. Helio Spark, thanks for the follow. So now we leave the shop, capture that. Now I'm gonna wait. So this thing, I can't buy anything. Buying things is too slow. We used to buy things for this route. Alright, so the reason I waited in that statue is because it kicks you out. And I wait till I get kicked out to re-enter. Because I don't want to uncapture it, recapture it, and then have to just get kicked out and recapture it again. So I kind of just wait because I have to. Also, please land on that. Okay, thanks. I lost 3 seconds because of that. Alright, so that was good. Thanks, Helio Spark. Yeah, I'm trying to make, I'm doing the whole week making GDQ videos. Unless this run, like, is the PB, which there's a chance, there's a good chance this can still PB. But I'll submit the best recorded run. Alright, so now we're in Seaside. Now we're good. I'm super chill, so I'm not gonna get offended by any. Oh my god! I almost bonked, dude. Thanks, Helio. Alright, so we get this umbrella. Get that moon. Alright. Okay, that was a classic case of me not getting the A press because it was first frame. Oh, look at that face. He's happy. Mario's a happy boy. Jason Dixon, thanks for the follow. Alright, so now we're gonna go. How's it going, Marley? I don't know, Choco, but I do like how all the kingdoms are basically connected for the most part. So now we're up here. So I'm on like a tiny cycle. He got a 357, so he got a new world record. Is it possible to get all the moons without beating the game? It is not. Beating the game unlocks Moonrock moons, which are only accessible after you complete the game. Alright, that was pretty good. Alright, so I don't want to hit the shopkeep. If you hit this shopkeeper, he kind of like goes inside of his shell, and get scared for whatever reason, and you lose 12 seconds. So out of all the shops to do, this is one to not mess up. That wasn't close enough. Okay, so there's a few free moons in Seaside where you just kind of swim into them. So I want to hit this. I don't need to hit this checkpoint, but it's a free checkpoint, so why not? Mr. Hirai, thanks for the follow. Alright, so this is actually an art moon. That's why it's that cyan color. That's actually from Luncheon Kingdom, and that's the one we checked the art for. Super fast moon. Takes almost no time to get. So we just kind of hit all 3 seaweed, and then we hit the one in the middle. And then this is the shiny lapras in the game. Or just kind of another free moon. And there's a little moon right here. I got trolled by the kombu. Alright, I lost a few seconds there. I should have spun for it. That's pretty good. Ah, that's bad. You should have gone to bed an hour ago. There's still another hour, and probably an hour and 21 minutes in the run. Alright, so now we're gonna warp, because there's nowhere else for us to go. Sorry, just take some coffee when you wake up. That's what I do. So we warp up to here. Touch this guy. And we just fly. We fly to the center island because there's this guy that's watching us, and he wants to celebrate and give us a moon. And since we're possessing the Glidon, we actually get it instead of the Glidon. Kind of like how we got the moon instead of the Bound Boat Racer. Alright, so I'm gonna try some camera manip. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad combo. This might not work. Nope, didn't work. Sorry, we didn't really lose any time bonking into him. I avoided bonking into the wall. I don't know. Oh, dang it. Fish bonks, dude. I don't know, man. Mario's just a thief, and when you think about it. He's hoarding all of the moons for himself. Alright, now I want to go to above the spring, so we just kind of turn around. Capture this boy. We want to touch the ground here, so we actually reset our height. You can only go so high, depending on your first Y coordinate. So we increase our point at which we touched a Y coordinate. Or maybe it's a Z coordinate. Regardless, it's dependent on where we touch the ground. So we get that MIPS super easy. We're pretty much done with Seaside. So we end with actually going up here, talking to Peach. Because for whatever reason, she's all the way up top. Who knew? Hoarding the ship fuel. Yeah, totally. So we get this moon, and now, oddly enough, there's a painting right here. It's super obvious. And now we're going to Lake. So the beginning of Lake kind of sucks, because there's this wonderful fish that has either 0 IQ, 50 IQ, or Galaxy Brain IQ. Hopefully he has the Galaxy Brain IQ. Like, no meme Galaxy Brain. Like, actual Galaxy Brain. Oh, we got the galaxy brain fish. This like never happens. Oh my god, infinite IQ fish. Of course this happens in this run. Alright, we got the infinite IQ fish. That's so rare. Can't believe we got it in this run. Alright, so now we're going to activate the moon rock. Blue Chew, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so now this bird kind of sucks that I have to get. Gotta kind of pull back. Alright, we got it. Alright, so now I'm going to speed up Goomba movement ever so slightly. I'm going to capture these and just kind of jump on this railing and do a little spin jump to clear the water. If you don't clear the water, they die. And we're going to play Catfish. Hopefully none of you have experienced this. But Mario is a certified catfish. Takes the gift from the girl, reveals his true self, and then leaves. Alright, I love this. I love doing this room. Alright, I love doing that room. It's my favorite side room in the game. In this run. Now we warp out of here. So if I messed up any of that, I would have died and probably lost about 35 seconds. Just because that room takes forever to do. Because everything is at the end. I mean, he is Luca. Like, he's taking all of the moons for himself. Oh yeah, doing it without the frogs is so much easier. Alright, I have a bad camera angle for this, but I'm going to try to make it work. Alright, I think I got it. I should dive into the bubble. I was a little off, but that was pretty good. Alright, so you can actually stop on that dark line and talk to this girl. And then we're gonna touch this flag because it's free. We don't need it, but we touch it because why not? Mario. Yeah, I know, right, Corvallis? It's really messed up. Luigi is the true hero. It's bad we never see him because he's banned for being too good. Alright, so we're gonna talk to Toad from this side because he gets a little scared at first. So we talk to Toad. We're actually just gonna turn around and go up this pipe because it takes us all the way up here. And now we're gonna go take this fish and put him in the fish bowl. Doesn't matter where you are. You can be anywhere in this fish bowl. Yeah, pretty much. It's really weird. Alright, so now we can instantly leave the fish. I didn't get the pipe start. Alright, so you can actually speed up this room a little bit at the very end if you don't get trapped by the platform. So I'm gonna go for it. I think I messed up. This might be bad. Alright, I got it. It saves a few seconds. Alright, gotta go get that moon. But first, there's one right here. How convenient. It's like someone routed this. Now we go into another scary room. If I mess up, I die. And lose a lot of time. Alright, I didn't die. That's good. So again, dying in that room is very costly. But we had a really good lake. So now we're gonna go to sand. Alright. So again, the room can be very hard fast if you don't know what you're doing. You gotta make sure you refresh your cat bounce. So I'm not gonna grab this checkpoint. I'm actually gonna spin pound off the top of this thing towards the dune. Alright, I got a good angle. I missed it. I went too far. CCC 423, thanks for the follow. Also Zunfire, sorry I missed you, buddy. Alright, so now we want to hit this bunny. You can just roll straight into him. Alright, so now here comes a little thing with camera manipulation. We're actually going to use the dog to get a moon, but we're going to do other things while the dog is going to go dig for it. So we're going to talk to this guy. He's going to give us a moon because he's hat and seek buddy. And then we're gonna spin pound to the dog, hit him. We gotta make sure we hit him so he digs faster. It's very important. PETA's gonna get me, for sure. Alright, so this toad, if I hit ZR 5 times, it puts me on the right song. Alright, no problem, Shocks. Thanks for hanging out anyway. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, Cheese, I got a host from Trihex and ZFG. Been a pretty hype night. Alright, so the dog is actually still going over to the dig spot. So camera's still on him. Even though we can't see him, Franker Z is still on him. No, we don't do it yet, Luckless. We do it after the dog. Alright, so dog digging instantly is very good. Too soon, I know. Feels bad, man. So we get it at the very end, Luckless. I don't know if you knew that route change. It helps out with the bird cycle. Alright, so we're gonna go up here. Do that movement so we get up here. Now we're gonna get this archway moon. If you guys were here since like minute 10, you saw me skip it, but now we actually get it. We're gonna roll off the top of this dune. Not touch the Goombas. Now I want to turn the camera. And this platform's gonna start moving because it's actually on camera now. But I moved it a little too early, so I had to do a backup to save it. That doesn't actually cost any time. But that's little Monka. If I would have missed that, I would have lost about 12 seconds. 12 to 15. That was weird. I'm gonna lose a few seconds here. Alright, so I need this bullet bill to stay alive. So we hit him once, jump off, capture him. It kind of extends his timer that he can be alive. So we use him to go all the way over here. Alright, if I mess up this next movement, I die. No pressure. Alright, we're not dead. Feels good, man. Oh, that's right, Minyas. I forgot about that. Whoops. Oh well. Jet Set JCV, thanks for the follow. Alright, so this is like our triple moon combo. The 3-for-1 special that you get at Burger King. You get all those moons. We want to use Jaxi to beat Cappy returning to us. Put him right there. Get the moon. And this sets us up for a dive onto Jaxi. And then we take him to hang out with his bro. I was actually a little slow on it, luckless. You're actually supposed to hop off Jaxi and get him. It's actually the only cactus you can possess because it has a little question mark block on it. Alright, so here's our last fishing. Hopefully he's in a good spot. He's kind of hard to see, but this should be okay. 2 bites, that's pretty good. That's only about 3 seconds. Alright, that was pretty good. So we got those tree notes. So we're done fishing. Now we're going to use the checkpoint we got earlier, way back in the beginning of the game. So we're up to the top of this tower. We're actually going to do this a few times. So we jump down there. Now we're kind of getting some 80% moons that we skipped, as well as moonrock moons. So thanks to the moonrock, there's a nice little moon right there. So I'm kind of limited by the platforms in this tower. So all of that movement I just did can only be done so fast. The important thing now is not taking damage inside the 2D section. Whew. Whew. Alright, that was a little sketchy. But I can't go any faster or slower in here, it doesn't really matter. It's actually a good cycle. It's actually a really good cycle. I think I saved 3 seconds. Alright. Spin pounding out of the wire. We can talk to Peach from down here. Mario's trying to sneak a peek. Yeah, no, right, Blue Chew? Alright, so now we have Jaxi again. He's actually gonna give us another moon when we put him right here. That's why I call him Jaxi, bro. And we're actually going to use Jaxie to kind of travel across the rest of the desert. Because he's just so much faster than us. So I looked at some art way earlier in the game, and it's actually right here. Which is really convenient. So we'll get back on him. We don't need to slow down at all, but we want to make sure we line ourselves up pretty well. Otherwise we'll miss this cactus. And now we're going to go to another side room. And some of you may not know, but there's actually a secret path in this side room. You might be a little mad when you see it. You can actually just go up here. So who needs bullet bills when you can just go up there? Alright. Alright, I want to capture that as fast as possible because I'm going to be waiting for it. Because this timer doesn't take a long time to get. So we're just kind of casually going through. We're going to wait on the other side of the pylon, mash the capture button, instantly capture it, and then we're just going to ride this all the way over here. And now, this is like the first time we roll across a lot of sand. So I want to aim for just to the left of the sign, because there's a door that's right here. Now, all these platforms are invisible, but I know where they all are, so I'm not worried about dying. Ginza, thanks for the follow. Alright, so that's one of them. So we actually long jump here. Just do a normal jump here for safety. So I actually was landing on all of the platforms in the room. I just knew where they were, so I wasn't gonna die. Alright. So now I'm gonna get this glide on again. It's our boy glide on. We're gonna land slightly. And now I have to keep using motion controls to keep him in the air. And I want to use him to go all the way over here. So again, using spin pounds as much as I can to save time. Hacker, you cheated. So here we're gonna death warp again. Ryan, thanks for the follow. So we're gonna capture him again and get this moon. And we're pretty much done in sand. And again, we had a very good sand. So now we're off to Metro. Red moons and green moons. So that moon was red because it came from a different kingdom. Sand Kingdom is basically all green moons. But there was a red moon and a green moon there. Oreo, it's still alive. We're actually on pretty good pace, since I haven't been messing up. Yeah, what Munyesh said. The color indicates the moon, or the kingdom it comes from. Alright, so I have a little bit of time save here, not too much. But Metro is a very hard kingdom, so I'm gonna try my best not to lose any time. So I'm going to do a spin throw here, and it captures that very fast. Look at the Sphinx. I knew where he was, so I just went for the spot he was in right away. So this basically gives us a free moon. We needed this capture, so since we already entered the capture, we might as well get the moon. Even though it's sort of slow. The fact that it's a needed capture helps out. Alright, now we have scooter clip coming up. I've been inconsistent with this lately, so we'll see how it goes. I missed it. Alright. I already have the shot, so we're gonna skip it. I'm gonna save a lot of time here because I didn't have to get the shot moon. So we got that time save earlier from the glide on trick. Since I'm not required to buy the shot moon anymore. Now my moon count is leveled out. So I'm gonna do 2 blind spin pounds here. Alright. I didn't lose 10 years to scoot clip. Alright, RNG slots, chat. Monka S. Alright, we are on fire right now. Luckiest Mario on the face of the planet. Dude. If only hitting the lottery was this easy in real life. Am I right? It's like it's rigged. So there's that seed we planted earlier. As you can see, we pretty much got all the seeds we planted in the run, and they're just super quick moons. So you can do a little faster setup there. Saves about 1.5 seconds. Not really worth it, to be honest. So I need to look at this moon before I get on the wire, otherwise I won't be able to get it. I've had a run where I've actually missed that moon. Okay. Uh-oh, that was a bad angle. Alright, we're good. Alright, so now we're going to go into Busy Street. There's actually 3 moons in here now. 80% there's only 2. But since we activated the moon rock, we can do Hat and Seek. And he's actually right here. He's always in the same spot. So you just got to memorize where he is. It's pretty easy. I lost a couple seconds in that room because I got stuck on the people. Alright, so this is actually a pretty neat sequence coming up. So I'm going to hit this dog as fast as I can. I'm going to lead him to the spot he should be digging in. I want to get this moon. I need to be back before he's done sniffing. I'm going to turn around, ground pound, roll as fast as I can. Lead him to this spot, and then hit the bird. Turn camera so the dog's actually on focus again. And then he should dig right away when I get back. Alright, that was pretty good. I think it was a couple seconds slow because he took longer to dig. Alright. Alright, here we go. So, spooky room. I was a little slow on that. I would have taken a hit if I didn't go that way. So I'm going to lose a little bit of time here. But I didn't take damage. That's the big part. That's the important thing. Alright, so now we're going to climb the tower. And now we're gonna do a little scooter setup. I didn't come up with this setup, but I thought I was the one who said we should put it in darker side because it's a few seconds faster, and we get Captain Toad, which is really fast. So we actually take this scooter, go off to the left. I turn my camera like that, so I drop it. Make sure I don't drop it off the edge. I get the dumpster moon. All right, so I had a bad scooter. But it's pretty easy to jump on from right here. I actually turned it way too sharp. Usually isn't a problem. So free parking. I believe it was Haze or Haze that came up with it in all unique moons, and I just kind of stole it, put it in the route. And then we take the scooter. This strat's by Timpani. I usually just do a triple jump, but this is faster. Talk to Toad. Alright. So now we gotta get a bird. So I'm either gonna land on this light post, like really well, or I'm gonna lose 5 seconds. I'm a legend. Alright, so I didn't lose time on it. Feels good, man. This room's just really weird. I'm gonna lose a couple seconds in this room. So there's a few different ways to do this. I actually timed going up on top like that is half a second faster. But that room was a little slow. Oh my god. Dude, Phil got the god alert again. You got it twice in one stream. Back to back. I'm gonna lose a second to that. I missed my dive. Alright, so now we're back in Wooded. So remember how I said we didn't finish World Peace yet? Well, guess what? Now we are. And the like painting actually spits us out right near where the boss is. So we can actually just turn my good on and get 4 for 4 on the snipes because I'm a legend. And I've actually just done that so many times, I just know what to do. Nope, no biggie. Dude, Apalm HJ with the Twitch Prime sub. Can we get some sub hype in the chat? People wake up. We're actually going to replay this because you guys didn't get to hear the awesome sub alert. Dude, thank you so much. You only get one of those, chat. You only get one Twitch Prime sub. He's a legend. using his exclusive Twitch Prime sub to join the Baywatch. Thanks, Bay. Remember 2 hours ago when I said that one thing? Yeah, that thing. It happened. Keel Kulu, thanks for the follow. Appreciate ya. Alright, so I don't have uproot speed right now, so I want to kind of jump on this little platform. I need to... Okay, there we go. If you land on it a certain way, you can actually keep your speed. And since I've done this ball so many times, you want to stand around this leaf right here, so you can hit it right away. And if you hit these fast enough, the third one actually comes towards you, and it saves you about 2 seconds over the whole fight. Other than that, this boss is an auto-scroller. Oh, is that 3? Oh, no, that was 2. We're fine. Everything's fine, chat. Don't panic. Alright, so we want to wait here. Go in here. Do this. And do this. Alright, so now we've actually achieved world peace 2.5 hours in, which is pretty nutty. So that boss is super easy. I lost a couple seconds to gold because I didn't get the instant speed at the beginning. But now we can actually hit the moon rock in Wooded and gather up some nice, sweet, juicy moons. We're actually going to do a few really cool jumps. I missed the bunny. Alright, I can save this. Alright, I lost a 1.5 seconds on that, but it was a good recovery. How's it going, Rizzy? Alright, so now we just buy the shot moon because we can. Because we're loaded. And now we need to break the moon rock. Alright, so this jump's kind of cool. So we can actually access this nut above the Goombas early, as long as we're super careful. Oh, almost missed it. Alright, that was a little Monka S, dude. Alright, static. So we want to fire at that wall, get close enough to where we can hit that box. Ooh, look at that Mario. Hey, boy. Alright, so that's a weird pull. It did used to be cooler. Alright, so here's a fun part. Alright, this is my favorite jump in the whole run. We get these rocket flowers and vector all the way to Captain Toad instead of flying to him. It's my favorite jump in the whole run, hands down. Again, using spin pounds when I can to save time. Alright, so I need to be careful here. If I grab onto this fence, I'm gonna die. Alright, we're good. So, Goomba Lup, we want to catfish again. Hey, buddies. Alright. So, normally you need like a couple more, but if we stand right here, we actually are tall enough. We are tall enough to talk to that girl. So we can we can try to go on a date with her. Just kidding, it's Mario, we're catfishing. One, two, three. Alright, I got it. I was a little worried I wasn't gonna get it. Because I couldn't see it, but we're good. Alright, that was a little weird. Alright, I lost a few seconds there because that was sloppy. Now we're gonna go in the pipe. I've been having trouble with this lately. I don't know why. But I should be fine. I'm confident. Okay. Alright, good pipe. So for this next section, I'm on a strict timer. So there's really, I can't do anything. So I just need to not mess up, and we're fine. But this next part's really cool. So we talked to Peach, and I really like how this was routed. Because it makes really good use of, like, just the timing in this place in general. Alright, I almost bonked on that nut. That would have been very bad. Nut. Alright, so we're gonna get these shards. Nut. I don't have it. It's not active anymore. Alright, 4 shards, 5 shards. I don't need him anymore. Alright, we're fine. So now we're gonna get these last couple moons. I don't need that one yet. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it's better if I get that one last. So we're gonna go up here, be a fast boy. Alright. So if I wait too long on that, I die. Go figure, right? Well, I don't die, I go into deep woods and then the run dies because it takes 2 minutes. But yeah, that whole segment was for the bird cycle. Alright, that was pretty good room. I messed up a little bit, but it's fine. Alright, that's pretty good room. Alright, so we made it through wooded. I almost went to the wrong checkpoint. I'm just so used to it, luckless. I've put so many hours into this category. Alright, so now there's a little scarecrow. How many moons are there? There's 880 unique moons, but you can buy duplicates up to 999. This run only gets 500. So I had to make sure the scarecrow was on camera, otherwise I wouldn't have captured it. Do a ground pound there. Alright, now we're going to luncheon, boys. Alright, so this is one of the final run killers in this run. So there's like 3 jumps here that can kill my run. Alright, so warp to the middle. So that town checkpoint I got earlier in the run. I'm sure you guys remember that one. Oh, the moon dump's coming up soon, guys. Be ready. It's gonna be huge. Alright, so you see that bunny? As long as I keep my camera like this, as soon as the bunny goes off camera, he's not really moving. So if I just dive, it's easy every time. Alright, so I could die here. Hopefully I don't. Alright, we got it. So I could die right here as well. So I got that one. Oh, that would have been bad. Alright, I thought I would have missed that. Oh, don't go to bed yet, Luca. Wait like 10 more minutes. The moon dump's coming soon. You don't want to miss that. It's like the best part of this run is the moon dump. Alright, so now we get forked room. It's either hit or miss with this room. I'm trying my best to do it well, but no promises. Oh, I barely made that, chat. I would have died. Alright, so I'm going to change this up a little bit, because I'm actually on good pace, so I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to take a 5-second time loss. Okay. Alright, so that route's slower by a good chunk, but it's 0% chance of dying. How you vector? You gotta like hold it at a 45-degree junior haul. It's about the best explanation I can give. Alright, we got the pipe slurp. I'm actually missing this first cycle. If I go for it, I'll die. It loses a second, but it's fine. Alright, those are bad fireballs. Oh, I almost died there. It's pretty good. Okay. So much catfishing. Dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. Also, Luckless, I saw you get Cappy back. Don't do that. It's slow. You lose like 2 seconds getting him. Alright, now you guys get to listen to dramatic. Is the dump incoming? Yeah, we're about 10 moons away from it. I need better movement for that. That feels really slow. Alright, are we gonna hit it big on slots? The ultimate RNG 3 for 3 on the speeder run. He's done it. He's a legend. So this is the moon we skipped out earlier. Saves about 10 seconds to put it in right here. So we talk to Peach first because we have to wait for the stew. So it's better to just kind of talk to her while we're waiting. Then we're gonna dive on over. I mean, we don't beat it, but it's fine. So we use this cannon. Normally you could kind of use platforming, but using the cannon's so much faster. And it's easier. Alright, we have a few more moons till the moon dump. I also have a run killing trick coming up soon. You guys will know it when you see it. There's actually 2 run killing tricks. Like back to back. So I throw Cappy here. This might not work. I didn't get it. I was too far ahead. Might be a little weird. Alright, so I'm gonna go left, right, left. Left, right, left. Alright, whew, I almost died. Alright, so we made it out of luncheon. Now we have to get through cap without dying. It's a good chimney. Alright. The moment you've all been waiting for. The moon dump. I don't want to look at my splits, Feinberg. It'll stress me out. I know it'll stress me out at this point, because I know I'm ahead by at least, like, 45 seconds. I don't need to see the splits to know I'm ahead by 45 seconds. That's a lot of moons. That's a lot of moons. Moons, 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 moons. And you can move, and you can move, moon, 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 moon. That's a lot of moons. Go, 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 go. Expend. Do you like that menuing, chat? It's pretty fast. Alright guys, if I miss this jump, PB's dead. No pressure. I saved the shit out of that, just so you guys know. Oh, was it a 420 load up? Hope I didn't miss anything. Oh, 421. Alright, we're good then. Alright, I might die here. I'm dead. No, just kidding, chat, we're good. Gotcha. Baited. Uh-oh, Monka raised the hands. Oh, jeez. Stick 'em up, sucker. I don't know if I need that. I lost count of my checkpoints. Alright, so we're rolling on these thin wires because this run's all about swag. So even though I don't need these coins, we're gonna do it because it's swag factor. And if you don't do it, your run's invalid. And no one believes in you. Alright, warping to Toad. Alright. I can... 1, 2... Oh, I lost. Oh, bad angle. Rip. Alright, I'm gonna lose time on this. That bonk and movement was bad. Like 3 seconds. I'm fine. So now I'm gonna try to hit this. I'm probably gonna die. Alright, I got it. But I died. So rip run. It's over, chat. GG's. Just kidding. Gotcha. Abusing the death warp again. And now we want to touch this. So I can't mess up from here on out, otherwise I won't make bird cycle. The rest of this is depends on bird cycle, so I can't miss it. There's about 2 seconds of leeway. So we talked to Peach. She's better at getting moons than we are because she always has some in stock. I don't know how. But whatever, it's fine. I messed that up. That was really weird. Also, I messed up splits somewhere. There. So spin pounding right there doesn't really matter, but I just wanted to look cool. AJ, thanks for the follow. Alright, I should make bird cycle. He juked me, chat. He juked me. Gave me the jukes. Alright, now we gotta get these moons. Thanks for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I probably lost a couple seconds there. So, we made it through cap, almost. I just need to get this moon without dying. I've actually died getting this moon before, because I've hit the trigger by accident. I was pretty salty about that run, to be honest. So if I just roll right here, I'll get the bunny every time. Pretty easy clap. So we survived Cap Kingdom, now we need to survive Lost Kingdom. Lost Kingdom is home to an entire death plane. So if I mess up one input, I'm probably dead. Alright, so we want to go up to, we want to talk to Peach right off the bat, because she's already up there. So we're just going to go up. Thanks for the follows, guys. Sorry, I can't look at chat right now. I need to get through this kingdom. This is probably one of the hardest parts of the run, because everything can kill me. So I need to make sure I don't die. And it's very easy to mess up. Like, I have to adjust here, I'm probably gonna die. So this jump right here sucks. If I have the wrong angle, I die. So, I don't know what that was, but I didn't die. So I guess we take that. I guess. That was weird. Alright, that was a little slow. So no safety checkpoint. I should have taken it, but I think we'll be fine. Alright, I almost died there. That would have been really bad. So this part's super finicky to get good golds on, just because Cappy is kinda not cooperative. We're gonna lose about 10 seconds on this, I think. We're gonna play this safe. That was a little slow. But I know this next segment, so I don't need splits. So I actually want to walk over here. I'm actually going to skip all the splits to the moon. Do I smile at all? I'm just in the zone, and I'm really tired. I'm just like in the zone, Sean. I mean, I'm probably gonna PB by almost a minute, so kind of trying to keep it together. Alright, we got through Lost Without Dying, which means I'll show you guys the splits. Run's officially alive. All I have to do is the dungeon. These last two kingdoms are like super free. I think I have the right moon count. Alright, we're going to the moon now. I'm gonna lose a couple seconds there. I forget which ones are PB splits. Compare against the PB. There we go. I'm gonna lose a few seconds here. Thanks, Sean. I'm ahead by 54 seconds. Holy shit. It's alright, we had a really bad early game. If my early game wasn't so bad, I could probably be like 317 pace right now. I lost about 2 minutes early game, which is just nutty. I didn't really lose time late game, which was really good. So my actual PBs are 319.43 and these splits are a 320.02. So take about 10 seconds off, or 12 seconds off of this, and we have like, so I can PB, it says I can PB by about 43 seconds still, so I don't mess up. Alright, so we're gonna talk to Toad first. Yeah, Toadette's coming up soon, guys. Go get a snack. I'll let you know when to go get a snack, guys. Don't worry about it. Panda, thanks for the follow. Alright, so now we're going to look at the light in the ceiling. And we do tiles. So doing this combo is actually pretty good. I just know where all the tiles are. So it's really fast. Oh sweet, I golded it. Nice poggers, dude. Alright, so this is where we get a snack. Unfortunately, I have to make sure I don't jump when I talk to Toadette. So I'm going to try to get frame perfect talking to her without jumping. I think I can gold this by 3 seconds if I don't jump by accident. So this is going to take me about 5 minutes. I think each jump loses you about half a second. Yeah, it's Resident Sleeper, guys. Go get a snack. Or go find all your friends and tell them to come raid the channel. So they can be in the world record vid for the GDQ submission. So over the course of the entire run, what I've done, I've actually completed a whole list of Toadette requirements. And this enables me to basically get all these free moons. So I think we're getting a total of 31. So my moon inventory should say 39 by the time I'm done. So we're here for a while. But each moon is only 8 seconds. Yeah, it is king. I'm kind of surprised this PB'd. This was a pretty sloppy run in the very beginning. I lost a lot of time to easy tricks. Like this PB has I fell in Metro Tower in this PB. Which like cost me 26 seconds. I also think did I get 3-cycle Wiggler this run? I got 3-cycle Wiggler one of these runs. I don't know how many viewers I have right now. I know a lot of people stuck around after the ZFG raid and the trihex raid. 5:33, that's not bad considering how long it's been. And most of the crew is OOT. Yeah, we had a ZFG and a trihex raid for the submission video. On top of that, ZFG got world record in his run. I reset the 3-cycle. Alright, so we have 31 moons, so once I get 39, I'm gonna warp immediately. And I hope I have enough. Because I added a moon and took out a shop, so I should be fine on moon count. I didn't pay attention to how many moons I had. And luckily I didn't drop any frames this whole stream. It's pretty cool. Alright, only a few more. Moment of truth, guys. Alright, 2 more. One more. Alright, this should be it. Yep, we're done. Okay. So hopefully this says 461. If it doesn't say 461, it's over. Show me what it says. I can't see it. Please be 461. Alright, we're good. Alright, potential world record run, boys. And we golded by 5 seconds. Dude, are we gonna get the 318? It's gonna be really hard to tie this gold. This gold's insane. Might die here. Alright, we're good. So now that I'm kind of out of focus mode, I would like to say that I'm doing this dungeon because on 1.2 you actually can't do frog skip, and a lot of people like this. They like seeing the whole dungeon, even though I kind of skipped the later half. That's still a good watch. So now we just got to do the glide on trick and we're good. So what we want to do here, as soon as I enter this tornado, I have motion control, I gain an obscene amount of height, And now I just kind of keep shaking until I get all the way to the end. And this is glide on skip. So as long as I don't do a miss input, we should be fine. This might be a 318. And I have to go around very wide. Otherwise, there's actually a despawn plane which pushes you out of Glowdown, but if you go very far wide, it actually doesn't hit you. So it allows us to skip that whole Bowser painting sequence. And this is the final part of the run, where Nintendo says, gives us a nice little message for the true completionist category. It says, "Thanks for playing my game." Letter skip for swag. If I missed that, rip world record. Alright, so there's actually a nice little visual cue here. When those circles end, you can actually just jump. And it's kind of the optimal position because you land right there. You can do a super jump, a normal jump, into another super jump, into a normal jump, into a super jump. And now we climb the pole. As long as I don't fall, we're fine. Oh no, dude! No, dude! No! No, dude! No! No, dude! Oh, dude, no! I missed it, dude. I missed the frog at the end, dude. No, if I didn't go around the side like that, I would have had a 359. No, dude. I don't need to retime it. It's fine. Yep, that's the it made existing. That's the second world record. I beat my old world record by 43 seconds. Dude, I always PB when ZFG raids me. That's the 4th PB in a row I've gotten with ZFG has raided me. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, so chat. Not only we got ZFG to raid us, we got trihex to raid us, and we PB'd by 43 seconds. I wasn't able to get the 318 for the GDQ submission vid, but the first half of this run was pretty sloppy. But once I hit post game, the run got pretty smooth. So against these splits, there's not really any time save post game. But so thank you, shoutouts to ZFG for starters for the raid. Shoutouts to trihex for the raid. Shoutouts to all the viewers keeping me company through this run. And I would also like to thank Vash, our boy here. Let me unmute the call. Hey Vash, say hi to everyone.
Oh shit. Vash is in the record video.
Vash is in the record video. So for
Hello,
those of you who don't know, Vash actually they've actually been playing Dota and just kind of talking together for everyone, or like with each other. And they've actually just been keeping me company in voice call the entire run. So huge shout outs to them as well. Selka, thanks for the follow. Shunra, thanks for the follow. And something else. Oh yeah, another huge shout out to the chat for keeping me company and telling me I was doing a good job commentating.